What is going up, everybody? Long time no see. Hopefully, today goes well. Let's go ahead. Excuse me. We switch over to that. Switch over to this. And then, as is tradition, especially since I've been away for 2 days, let's go ahead and check our latest. What do we got? Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. What is this one? Oh, that's kind of nice. I'm not a massive decoration person, but that is kind of nice. Oh, what is this? Oh, what beauty. This. We are gonna need this. Wow. Okay, so you have the normal truck, and then you have the dump truck with capacities. Not a lot for capacities, but it is just a really cool truck. That is really cool. I might install that. Not today, but eventually. All right, let's get to work. We got a lot of debt to get rid of. It'll take us a second. Hopefully we can knock this out in maybe 2 streams. The part that's going to throw us a little bit is just going to be feeding the animals and delivering the wool. That's pretty much it. That's gonna be the stuff that takes us the longest. And once we can do that, we should be good. I'm not anticipating it taking too long, but hey, we'll see. We'll see, right? Compiling shaders, everything's good to go. I have that on, this on. Should be okay. Should be all good. Go. Okay, a little slow on the uptick there. What do we got? What do we got? No growth? Nothing? Okay, what about animals? Any animals to feed? Nothing? Okay. Anything to sell? No silage. Bread, not at the moment. Fabric, we have 1 pallet of fabric we can bring over here to clothes. Or we can just fast forward. I think I'm gonna do just that. Fast forward. Well, hell, let me check again. I need to make sure. No wool, no wool. How's our production facilities going? Spinnery's good. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and fast forward. Hopefully we can make a decent amount. We gotta make a lot of money. We're down. I think we're down like 400 and some thousand, if I remember correctly. No. It has to be less than 400 and some thousand. I think it was like 420, 410,000. But then I think we paid off some of it, I think. Let's see, we got 385 to go through. Oh boy. Okay. This is not terrible. We got this. Okay. We're also gonna have to deal with grass in a little bit. Let's see. Go ahead and get a little beef over here. We're gonna take him. Grab some hay. Get that going. Also, I got a new mic. I'm not using it currently. I'm still ironing out some kinks as far as setups and stuff. But I'm actually kind of glad I didn't hook it up today, because there is one thing I am noticing right now that I don't like. I don't think it will be a massive issue. I don't think. But I'm going to test it. I'm going to test it tomorrow, because surely the last piece I'm missing should get here tomorrow. And when it does, test to see if it works. But the thing that I'm not liking about this setup I've spent like multiple hours, well, maybe not multiple hours, but at least an hour, just trying to make sure everything was put into like a certain spot or whatever. And the one thing I'm realizing about the spot that I put it in is that every time I step on the gas or anything of that nature, it shakes the microphone. And so I'm wondering if that will be heard. Like, will that be making a sound? Because if so, we're gonna have to move it. Let's see, will it be able to pick up all this? It does. Yep. And it's not like it's shaking a lot. It's not like it's an earthquake, but I can clearly see it moving. And that does slightly bother me. So that's just something I gotta think about. I need to figure a way to fix it. It's not like it's broke or anything. It's just a tad annoyance that I know I need to fix. Ooh, also, I was able to do some research over the weekend, and the research that I was doing was in relation to wool versus cotton, which is going to be better, this, that, and the third. What I learned is if you're willing to put time into it, cotton will be better. Well, how should I explain it? Let's see, is there a way I can pull it up? The field that I used during my test was field 36, which is pretty massive. It's actually bigger than most of our fields combined, if not all of our fields combined. Well, when I did it, I made the cotton, or I didn't make it. I actually had AI harvest it and everything, and the field was already done. So the AI went, harvested it, and then I took it to the spinnery, let it cycle through. When I did, I think at the time it gave me, 8 pallets of fabric with a little bit of extra, if I'm not mistaken. So it still had some more to go. I think it could make like maybe one more pallet. So we'll say 9. We'll round up and just say 10. 10's a nice, neat number, right? So did that entire field, which by the way took forever. Why? Because it's a specialty crop. And in my head, it's not really. Is it considered a specialty crop? Hold up. It might be before I make this distinction. Specialty crop? Yes, it is. Okay. The problem with specialty crops, just like these vegetables, their width is so small. Like this one, it's a 6-meter width. And on that field that we were doing, which I think was field 39, something like that, massive. So it just took us forever. Also, the thing moves at 6 miles per hour. So it moves slow. Its width is not that, great. And that's fine. It's realistic. It is what it is. But for a field that size, it took forever. I was sitting there thinking, it's like I could probably finish doing like grass and all the steps that we have for silage or whatever now. I could have finished dealing with grass and everything before finishing the cotton field, right? And that's just picking it up. We still had to, or harvesting it, we still had to deliver it. So had a specialty trailer, which was kind of neat actually. And that specialty trailer might also work for silage snakes, maybe, depending on how big that is, maybe, possibly, I don't know. But we did that entire process, and at the end of it, I'm just left sort of, was it worth it, right? So we did all that work, it took all that time, and all we got was like 10 pallets out of it, right? And that's for one. Let's put it this way: if you're trying to maximize the amount you can get in 1 month, great, right? If you're just trying to maximize the amount you can get in 1 month, that is great. The problem is that's just 1 month. If you look at what we're doing now with sheep, we're still not at max capacity, but we're getting 3 pallets. We'll say two on the low end. 2 pallets every month just from having 2 sets of sheep. right? Plus what we're doing, like it's cheaper than doing like at least half a mil. Actually, I think it was $750,000. $750,000 to run a cotton field or whatever. Whereas with sheep, which takes I think about a third of that, maybe 250K with the amount of sheep we have, and you know, we're already doing silage and everything, but whatever. Sheep are gonna be cheaper. We're getting 2 pallets a month forever, right? Well, 2 times 12 months, that's 24 pallets versus that, you know, cotton field's entire thing, which really only gave us at the high end 10. And that field is bigger. Again, keeping that in mind, that field is bigger. And what I was thinking as an alternative instead is just run more sheep. Just have more sheep. Just like that. Just have more sheep. I just feel like that would be quicker. That would be easier. And so that is going to be my plan for the upcoming future. We will not be running cotton, which I'm really happy about actually. But I'll probably buy this field up here since I don't like that field. And we'll turn it into just a sheep haven where we just have a crap ton of sheep where we're making a lot of wool. And that'll be easy, smooth money for us. We don't have to worry about much. I think I'm gonna leave a little beef right here for now. Let's see, is there anything I need to do this month? Nope, we already checked in on our animals, make sure they are fed. We're good. But yes, and I think I'm just gonna turn that section up there into nothing but sheep. And especially since sheep barns aren't that expensive, like if I go into construction, I'm sure anyone who's watching this back can quick and easily check this, but sheep, I think it's like 97 for the biggest one. Yeah, 97, which if we look at it, oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. We could probably get 4 just off of that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could probably get 10 sets of sheep just in that section alone. Is that a bit overkill? For sure. For sure, because it seems like for every set of sheep that we add, that's a pallet of fabric. So by adding 10 sets of sheep, that's 10 pallets a month, which is a crazy amount. That's pretty much $1 million just to get the sheep going. That also means we'll never be able to run silage again. We'll just be running hay year round. It also means we'll be constantly delivering grass. Like that's going to be a monthly thing for us, is grass, just delivering that over and over again, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with that. That makes things much simpler for us. And that would greatly increase, because clothes, like per pallet, clothes makes a crap ton of money. The problem is timing and all of that sort of limits how much you can make from clothes. But if we can increase the input, then the output's going to be good, because the output, we're just waiting on fabric. That's the overall thing. We're waiting on fabric, but we don't have enough fabric to continuously run through the machine, through the spinnery. But also, if you take a look at the spinnery and the production output, our spinnery, we've actually modified our wool to where the cycles per month matches the amount for cotton. We just didn't change the recipe for, to 9 to 3. We still have it 3 to 1, which does matter. And that causes, you know, some small issues. Also, I'm realizing we still had wool left in there. So we might have to increase, because we only put about 8,000 in, and I'm noticing that there's 10,050 here, which means we might have to increase the amount that we can put in. That's something I'll probably change in the XML, because everything's hinging on the spinnery, and it's almost like the developers knew that. Because if we kept wool the way it was, we definitely were not going to make any money. or at least not a lot of money. So, it's just interesting. Beep, 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 beep. But it's like they knew which ways they wanted to make money, sort of keep everything in balance. Because like wood chips and everything wood related, great ways to make money. The problem I think with wood is you have to have a decent amount of investment up front. Dang, we only made 8,000 that month. That was not good. Not good for us. Like you don't, we're making a crap ton of clothes right now. That's fantastic. Also, we're making a lot of bread. That's really good. How is our bakery? Is it running out of stuff yet? It's running out of flour. Actually, that's crazy. So it runs through flour and stuff pretty quickly. I mean, in fairness, it has been a few months, but that just means that whatever wheat we do, it's not going to last. It's not going to last us long enough. But also at the same time, when I'm looking at it, bread doesn't seem to be making. Actually, no, bread's keeping up. Bread is keeping up. We're making money from volume. Now, in fairness, the issue we're going to run into with bread is the same issue we're running into, or a similar issue we're running into with the wool, and the fact that we can produce enough wool, but the spinnery can't process it fast enough. Well, with the wheat, we would need to expand our operations because the amount of wheat we put in there was like 3 years worth of wheat. Uh-oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. And so if we're going to do it, beep, beep. Why did I grab this thing? If we're going to do wheat, we would need to buy another field and set it up for wheat as well, which we could do. You know, we could do that process and make more money and things of that nature expand. The problem, which really isn't a big problem, is, let's see, where we need to get him going. Get Big Beefus onto the other field. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, crap. I always forget about this. We can't have Big Beefus on this field. We need to have the MacDon on that field to knock stuff down. While he's knocking stuff down, we need Big Beefus on the other thing. What's up, Landon? How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How do you be on this fine Sunday Eve? Wait, Sunday? It wouldn't be Sunday Eve. It'd be Sunday. Eve would be the day before Sunday. So I guess it would be Monday Eve? President's Day Eve? I don't know. Is what it is. Big and okay. So Big Beefus is gonna need to be on the other field. This is the only thing that sucks about our setup is we don't have two MacDons. So we're gonna let him finish that field. Big Beefus here. While he's doing that, we will take Little Beefus and we'll grab the wool. Do we have to feed anybody? I think we do. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, we do. Okay. Let me go here. Grab some hay, which we are running out of, but that's fine. That's what we're doing grass for. To feed the sheep. Okay. Ooh. I plate. Skipping through, just like this. Beep. Well, I'm missing one. No, I'm not. Let's see. How was your Valentine's Day? It was great. It was fun. We watched movies, we ate. What else did we do? Well, stuff that I can't see on YouTube. It was great. It was chill. It was relaxing. I also made myself very frustrated because I was trying to finish Cuphead, a game that I've had for a while. And so I decided to like try to finish it, and I finished it. It just took me freaking all day. Well, it didn't take me all day, but it's like I had to keep doing like mental breaks because I was just getting frustrated because I couldn't get past the part. But I did. I defeated the game. Now, I didn't get the DLC, so I'm not playing the DLC, and frankly, I wouldn't want to because that game is too frustrating. For me, I am not whatever you would call that platformer. I'm not a platformer player. I'm not sure what you would call a person who plays games like Cuphead. But yeah. No. Oh, get up here. Get on up here. Get up here. Okay, turn us off. Pick everything up. And the tricky part is backing it up. But I've gotten pretty decent at it. Just go slowly. Just go slowly. Something like that. And then once you clear it, if you want, you can just start driving forward and do a little loop-de-loop. Ooh, I'm not sure at what point you showed up, but we are not going to do cotton. Turns out cotton is not worth it. It's really not. So we will not be doing that. I need to look into rope. I need to figure out how much money we can make from rope. Because right now, clothes, it's great. It's making us money. But could we make more from what we have? I played video games on Valentine's Day. I got a new game called Sea of Thieves. I actually enjoyed watching that game. I've never played it, but when it at its peak of what would you say? At its peak of player count, I guess. I really enjoyed watching people play that game. And that's what's kind of weird for me as a gamer. There are some games like I don't want to play or buy, but I will watch somebody play it like all the time. So like Sea of Thieves is one of them, Resident Evil, all of those. What was that other one with Lady Demetrius or something like that? No, I think that's still Resident Evil, I think. What is it? The Last of Us, I think, or something like that. Sons of the Forest, games like that. Like there are certain games I just rather watch than play. I got it on Saturday and I have 10 hours on it. That's a new game for you, because I'm like, that's a lot actually. But in fairness, that's what happens as a gamer. When you get a new game, you're like, as soon as you start playing it, you're gonna sink a lot of hours into it. I actually bought 4 games that were on sale over the Valentine's Day holiday, and they were like puzzle games, and I love puzzle games. Like for example, Escape Simulator, or Escape Room Simulator, I think is what it's called. I have that game, played the crap out of it, and they're supposed to be coming out with a second one, which I'm really looking forward to. But I downloaded, or paid for and downloaded, the Rooms bundle, which is supposed to be another sort of puzzle game. Also like Portal games, played Portal 1, Portal 2, Portal Revolution, and Portal Reloaded. Every single one of them good. Even though I think whichever one had the time portal, that was the best one. Can't remember if that was the Reloaded or the Revolution one, but I know there's 4. There's 4 Portal games. Let's see, it is addictive. And that's the thing, watching Sea of Thieves is addictive as well. Which, and that brings it to another thing. What makes a game fun to watch? And I'm curious, because again, there are certain games that I can enjoy watching the whole time or listening to, like Battlefield 3. That was my thing. I can enjoy listening to it. Call of Duty, I can agree that it's probably not the most entertaining to listen to or watch. Maybe Search and Destroy, yes, as long as people are talking, but no one talks nowadays because Activision decided to shoot themselves in the foot. Whatever. Let's see, I found Farm Sim. Oh geez, I found Farm Sim servers and play with other people. and they have CFD server. Oh, that's really cool. Hey, home skillet. Hey, I haven't heard home skillet in so long. I think that was when I was in elementary school. Swoop. Swinging through it. Bring this on back. Drop this down. Just finished another 4-hour stream. How did it go? No disasters, I'm hoping. I know it's been a while. Let's see. Money was made, money was spent. And that is the life of a farmer. Because we already... Oh, yeah. I'm turning this entire field, the one that's up there with my, with Big Beefus, that is going to be a sheep farm. Like, we're gonna have like 10 different sheep farms up there. Once we get to that point. Is it gonna be a bit excessive? That's an understatement. Are we gonna do it? For sure. Is he not done with that field yet? I guess I can go ahead and get the windrower. Yep, he just finished. Okay. So, I'm going to do this. We're going to switch to our MacDon. We're going to make sure he picks up everything, then we're going to send him over there to the wheat field. The good part is we don't actually need to store any of our wheat in the silo since we're not selling our wheat. We're just converting it to bread. We can just deliver it straight there and just get it working and making some money, making some dough. So we can do that. We got a lot to do. We also need to buy... Okay, so the good part about us getting near the end of our list is that we're about to start getting into like the scaling ideas of our list. So for example, to make more money in wool, we need more sheep, which we're going to easily do. That's not going to be a problem. To make more wool, this is the wrong header. You can only make that mistake once. I haven't made that mistake yet, so hopefully I never do. But this is the wrong header. So I'm gonna go here. Get right about here. I'm gonna drop this right there. Okay. And then we're gonna spin around just like this. Spin around just like this. I'm gonna come over here. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Come on, can we still nudge that in there? Nope, we cannot. Okay. I'm just gonna bump that back a little. Can we just... Yep, yep. I know this is not how you would do this. Yep. And I'm fully aware. But I'm gonna keep doing it because I don't want to move Little Beef. Alright. How you do that? Okay, what did I miss? I'm missing a lot. In one of the farm sim servers, we have a person on the bank, and I'm the person for the dealership. Made about 1.5 million on stream tonight. Build an automated bakery and oil factory. So good. I've never actually done anything with oil in either of the games. Okay, I'm sorry. Little Beef, I'm gonna need you to move the heck up out the way. Sorry. We gotta move you. Put you in here. Switch to this. Okay. Let's see. How does the role-playing farming simulator servers work? Like, if you're in charge of the bank, and or no, not you. If the other person's in charge of the bank and you're in charge of the dealership, how does that work? Because I'm assuming it's a role-play mechanic unless there are mods involved. Also, I wouldn't know how it would feel to drive a vehicle and my back be like to the very back of the vehicle, so if I were to get hit, I'm just dead. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Spin him around. Spin him around. Go over here. Attach this doohickey. fold that doohickey. Go over here. Let's see. AI, what are you doing? You ready? Let's go. It's me, a Mario. Okay. Made about one. Oh, I already read that. Okay, and drop. Let's get to window rowing. Let's get to window rowing. I'm actually gonna windrow this one and probably pick this one up just because it will save me some time. It will save me just a smidge of time. Like while the MacDonald's working on the other field, we can get this one at least, you know, picked up and going with our setup, so it's not as big of an issue. Oh, we missed a little section there. We always miss some grass, which is... I wonder why that's the case, and I don't fully understand why, but I'm sure I could figure it out. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Got it. We got it. Cool. Get that one. Swerve. Spin. Very sharp light. And you just go and scoop it. Scoop, scoop, scoop it, scoop it. Scoop, scoop, scoop it, scoop it. Scoop, scoop, scoop it, scoop it. Let me just get to spin this one back around. Come on. I need to think. How are we gonna... I don't know. Let's see. We are having bad snow, flooding, and ice. In real life? Oh, wait. You... 'Cause I know there was like a weather warning that happened recently, so I'm wondering, is that affecting you guys? Is everybody okay? I guess that's the main question, or the main concern I have. Is everybody okay? Because flooding isn't like, it's nothing to joke about, especially in some of these areas that get flooded constantly. So, oh lordy, let me back up out his way, because the AI really don't play. Everybody's good? Good. It's good to hear. Now, is there any... Gosh, dang it, AI, leave me alone. Is there any, like, bad damage? Like, I understand there's flooding, snow, everything of that nature. Is there anything that, like, is out of the ordinary? Stuff that will cause, like, house damage or anything of that nature? I mean, I guess the good part is nobody's injured or in trouble or anything like that, which is great. I guess I should bring Little Beef over here because he's gonna need to windrow. Well, no, he can't windrow. There's cars underwater. What the heck? See, it's that global warming. I hate to sound like an old person, but there has to be something to do with global warming, like, or something. I don't. I'm not a scientist. I really don't know, but pretty sure the Earth was not like this. Well, I guess some parts there was cars underwater, so, but still, like, it shouldn't be. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. There's cars under the water, and houses are elevated. But we are fine. Global freezing. I'll say global freezing, global warming. It's just weird, and I don't know the science behind it, and I'm sure the scientists would know for sure. But like how the ozone layer affects this, because in my head, I'm assuming it's something to do with the holes in the ozone layer that's causing this. But I would like to know how. Like I don't. That's one thing I don't understand is how that is working. But come on, big beefers, come on. Oh, I forgot I turned that off. And then once we get this set up and running, I'm going to bring. I could bring Little Beef over there, but might stall him for a second and wait because we got to get. Go forward just a little bit, hang off the edge. Let's see, back that up, and oh, a little bit more. Good. Okay, before I turn it on, I want to make sure the settings are right in this vehicle. Is everything right? Still 150. Baler on. Automatic drop is on. Okay, one thing that I don't see on that menu is the fully fold is the wrapper. The wrapper is turned on. We don't want it on, we want it off, correct? Yeah, we want the bail wrapper off. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because we don't care if it's wrapped. We're no longer doing silage. We just need food for the sheep. Especially since we're gonna start making a lot more wool in the days to come. So that's gonna be an entire thing we're gonna have to deal with. In which case I guess we could stop buying silage additive as well. That's something else. And I guess once this gets empty, we can go ahead and start grabbing this guy. Go ahead and bring him over to the field. I guess I could have been already picking up stuff. That would have been maybe a little bit better, maybe not, who knows. Let's see. Also, pollution in the earth is a greenhouse, and so the pollution stays and heats the earth. Ew. Never thought about it like that. So we're just sitting in pollution, which actually is crazy. When I was still in college, from my dorm room, I went out and I was watching the sunset, and I was like, "Oh, it's nice, pretty, whatever." It like later that night, go out on my balcony and look at it, and is this thing done? Is it done? I go out on the balcony and look at it, and like instead of it being like black or like dark at night, for some reason like the sky was like greenish, or like I can't remember actually if it was green, but I know it was a color other than black, and it definitely wasn't blue. But I remember looking at it and was like, why the heck does the sky look like that? And one of my friends explained that it had something to do with pollution and refraction of the light and blah 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 blah. I didn't fully understand it, because I am one that if they don't understand, I will admit that I don't understand. But the pollution thing, you know, it makes sense to me anyways. It makes sense. So let's see, fold this out. While that's folding, I can drop that, and we'll get him back to cutting grass while we start going through and picking up the stuff. I guess I could pay AI to pick it up, but it's not super worth it to do so. Let's spin you around, turn around, every now and then, and turn around. We'll swing him over here, drop this stuff off, put him back on his grass cutting there. And then we'll get him over here to get started on this here field right here, boy. Sweeps. Beep. Yeah, he's going on that field. Actually, hold up. Let me make sure. Ooh, beef isn't. He shouldn't be in the way, I don't think. I hope not. Let's see. This guy. Go ahead, turn his on and roll that down. And get to work picking up this stuff. Let's see, what did I miss? Oh, right there. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, so once we get everything situated, we need to go ahead and just buy the bigger plow and the bigger seeder. And we need to buy fertilizer. Seeder's going to be expensive. But we do need to get everything situated. I'm surprised it's picking up everything as nice as it is, which is really good for us. Good. That's good. Okay, hopefully it can start picking up this section pretty well and no issues. Come on. Looks like it did. It looks like it did. Good for us. So we should be fine. Good. Still picking up. We're not losing anything. Just gotta stay nice and smooth. Good. Let it pile up a little bit. Oh, wait, we didn't get that section? Well, everywhere where we have... Oh, we got it, I think. Right? I think we did. Yeah, it looks like we did. Which is good. Okay. Go through this one. I'm actually going to switch to first person. Ooh. Been a long time since we've been on the inside. This is nice. It actually looks really good. Really, really good. I gotta get up this hill. Bing. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, bing. Okay. So once we get... I'm just trying to make sure I plan everything out. Plow. See. Oh. He's ready to... Let's see. Where's Big Beefus? Here he is. Ooh. We can also go over here, turn this baby off. Now. Yep. Okay, Big Beefus. Let's see if we can still get you out of here. Okay. Go like this. Get really close. Turn. Good. Hang to the outside. Perfect. Good job, Big Beefus. Good, good, good. Let's go ahead and open this up. We're going to take you over to here. Load him up. And we're going to wait till he gets fully bogged down before we worry about taking him to the bakery. Just to... Ooh. Okay. Forgot that there's a header there somehow. Good. Okay, so we're collecting the wheat, and this thing will not get anywhere near full. Shouldn't, anyways. Plus, I'm noticing how the trailer just like glitches through, because this is, again, not meant to be used for this in this way. But essentially, since we've learned how to modify XML sheets, we have been going kind of crazy with this stuff. Like we're not doing any like serious modding, but like things as far as like modifying this to be able to take stuff. Like technically I think it could go through and it could like pick up the stuff from the ground as well, but you know, just modding stuff like that, unnecessary. Well, not unnecessary, it saves us money, because the thing is, in real life you would be able to use this like this. You would be able to use a forge wagon like that, as far as dumping stuff into it. Now, should you be able to use it to pick up stuff off the ground? No. And that's the one thing that I refuse to use that thing for. One thing it can pick up straw, it can pick up hay, and it can pick up grass. That it could already do. Oh wow, he missed this section down here. That's, don't really know how. Now, it's not really a big issue, it's just weird. I don't know how he missed that. Can we run it over to get rid of it? Is that a possibility? It doesn't seem like so, even though these are pretty, there it goes, pretty wide tires. I was gonna say it should be able to go. Okay, AI finished his job. Let's go ahead and move him over to the next field. And the good part is, by the time he's like done with everything, I should be on to the windrowing part of the straw. Whoop. Okay, he's going. Switch. Okay, get him going. There we go. Just like that. Pick it all up. And I pick it all up. Pick it all up. Pick it all up. Just to have money in my bank account to feed the bread that we need. Which also, something else. Well, it's stuff I need to add to my list. We need to buy another wheat field. We need to buy a sheep field. And essentially, those are going to be our two sources of income, the two things that make us money. Is going to be wheat and, well, bread. It's going to be bread and clothes. Since we already have the stuff, the facilities for it, everything's pretty much already taken care of. The only thing we truly have to focus on in this endeavor is going to see Endeavor from My Hero Academia. The only things we're gonna have to focus on in this endeavor. Ooh, we had some that wasn't able to be picked up, I think. Interesting. Not really an issue, but it is kind of annoying. Beep. We are going to have to deal with scale. Well, this is a good problem to have. We are now in the, or about to be in the phase where we need to scale up production. We need to have a second wheat field so we can make more bread to make more money. We need to have another field so we have a place to put our sheep to make more money, so on and so forth. Which is good. It's a good problem to have. The question is, do I want to start putting them on another field, or do I want to put them, you know, find some place for them on our farm currently, and do it that way? I don't know. Haven't thought that far ahead yet, but I do think just putting them on this field would be easier for us. And then as far as next field for wheat, we'll probably do field 33 for wheat. And so essentially we're just gonna buy every field over here. We'll buy field 33, use that for wheat. We'll buy field 34, use that for sheep. And then we will buy field 29 and probably turn that into more grass. Those are just the thoughts that I'd be thinking. And I think it's a good idea. The problem is it's going to take us a lot of money to get there. Well, maybe not actually. Because again, we're at the point now to where we're just scaling up. And so as a part of that scaling up, we should make more money per month doing this. And especially once we start getting the sheep up and going. That's going to be really good. Because like once a year we can just bam, sell all the wool, sell all the wheat. Like that's gonna be good. And that's essentially where we're at. Similar to forestry, how you harvest your trees at a certain time, a year every, I think, 18 months or something like that. It's a similar process. You know, we're just saving up all of our stuff to sell it at one time, and once we do, that's money. That's money. That's profit. That's what we're trying to do. And the more we scale up, the better, because we'll have more money per year. Now, the good part is with the bread, that's a once a year thing, so it's great. It's the grass and the silage and all of that. Well, we're not doing silage, but feeding the sheep, that's going to take the most time, especially once we get all the sheep things up. I plan to put about 10 on field 34, which if we put 10 there, that's, let's see, 90, let's see, that's about $1 million minus 10K. That's $990 million that we're going to need to do that process. Oh, geez. Which isn't bad. It just isn't, you know, super great. You know, 990 million. I mean, 990,000. Sorry, I think I did that math wrong earlier. 990,000. Which, I mean, I think we're gonna be able to easily afford it, just because as we are getting into bread is essentially going to double the amount of money we get per year. Looking at it first, I didn't think it was going to, but bread is, even though it's cheaper than clothes, the money you make from bread is based off of volume. So I think you have about 3 times the volume for bread. So even though it's about 3 times cheaper, you know, it sort of makes up for itself. So it's not too bad. It is not too bad at all. But we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it goes well. Last row. But we'll do that. Field 33 for wheat, field 34 for sheep. And once we get all those up and running, especially the wool, I genuinely believe that clothes are going to be our biggest thing. Problem is, it's always sheep. Trying to get sheep up and going is the thing that sucks. Also, when we get to it, because I know this is going to be a problem, I'm going to change the recipe in that spinnery to make it, because essentially what's happening is the developers, it's like they saw what was going to happen, and so they sort of handicapped wool and cotton, and so they don't produce, it's not that they don't produce a lot, they're not going to produce insane numbers. Well, the thing is, I can produce enough wool, especially when I get more sheep. I can produce enough. Oh lordy, come on. I can produce enough wool, but the factory can't handle it. That's what we need to fix. I know I'm like repeating myself, but it's something that I'm really passionate about. I'm gonna add that to the list. Spinnery upgrade. Field 34 sheep. Field 33 wheat, and field 29 grass. Yeah. And while I'm also thinking about that, we, like I said, before we do any of that, we need to get a bigger plow, bigger seeder, and fertilizer spreader, because that is another really good part. If we start making, I'm actually just gonna wait down here on this end. If we start making enough, turn. I'm gonna back it up just a little bit. And park. Go down here. Oh, no, that was the right vehicle. What was I even saying? I forgot that quickly. I genuinely forgot that quickly. If we start making money at the speed that we need, it's not going to take us long to pay off that 990k. And we're not going to take out a loan for 990k. It's just the bread, the wheat, all that is going to help us make that money back, which means it's going to take about a year's in-game time before we can get to that point, but once we get there, we're there. Is there a way to like hold the fight? There's not. Let's see. As long as it does its job. Okay, so we're gonna put fuel in this thing. The good part is this harvester doesn't really need much repair. We're essentially just using it as a shifter. Wait, not a shifter. What do you call the thing that's used to like put confectionate or powdered sugar on stuff? That's not a. I know it's not a shiv because a shiv is a knife. It's a mess. Wait, is a mesh sieve what I'm thinking about? I don't think so. Did he miss grass down here? Oh no, this is a random bush. No George W. We'll go here. Yeah. Stand right here. We probably need to put some fuel in this stinking thing. Beep beep. Surprised we're not out. We put like I think 5,000 in every time, which in hindsight, even if you have to like fill the thing up like with 5,000, because we've never like fully maxed it out, it lasts a long time. Like 5,000 liters of fuel, that's a lot. So the stuff lasts a long time because the vehicles don't have that big of a capacity as far as fuel, but the fuel lasts a while. But they're pretty energy efficient, I would think, or fuel efficient, considering what they're doing. This guy, we're gonna go ahead and deliver. So we got about 26,000 liters of wheat, and we could be doing much better if we had fertilized the field. We didn't, so it is what it is. It is what it is. If we go through and decide to, well, once we get our fertilizer and start spending some extra money on fertilizer, and I think the one problem I'm gonna have is the process of fertilizing these fields, just because they're gonna suck. Also, I need to go through and update the fertilizer spreader in the XML sheet because we need it to where the thing will run both lime and fertilizer, because in real life a fertilizer spreader can run lime. The issue is it doesn't run it as efficiently, right? And then you have to constantly clean the machine every time you use it. But since this is a game, we're not going to worry about those restrictions. One thing that will be slightly irritating that I'm realizing is the speed at which lime is spread is going to cause an issue if we do use the fertilizing spreader and allow it to produce both, because lime already cycles through the machine like really fast, I think. So if we customize a fertilizing spreader and then try to use it, like, yes, it'll work. Will it work well? Like, I don't know. That's something I'm going to check in the XML thing, because that's one thing when I'm messing with the XML files. I'm constantly like going through and check. In fairness, I haven't done too much. Like, the thing that I've really messed with is the spinnery rate. And I'm trying not to be too blatant with it, but it genuinely feels like the stuff is just randomly capped almost. Like there's meant to be a bottleneck, and I'm sure the developers actually can explain why the numbers are the way they are and how those numbers are realistic. But still, I kind of don't want to hear it, no offense. Yeah, that 26 is not going to last very long. It's going to chew through that pretty quickly, make some more bread. Which is fine, that's cool. And then we also need to get fuel. So we'll drive this thing back home and get some fuel. But the MacDon should be done with all his chores. We just need to windrow. And let me cut this way. We need to windrow, finish picking up the straw. So windrow all the fields is essentially what we need to do. We need to windrow all of them. We need to pick up everything. And we need to dump it into the baler to make bales. Also, straw. We need to sell it. At some point, we gotta sell straw. We're gonna have two issues. Well, I might be jumping the gun as far as two issues, quote unquote. We have 3 bales of straw that are currently the 180 centimeter bales, but our machine, when we start putting straw into it, is gonna make only 150. So when we do finally decide to sell the straw, we're gonna have to make 2 trips. That's gonna be kind of annoying, but it just is what it is. Just ease with ease. If I could trust AI to drive across the field, I would do that, but clearly we do not. Clearly we do not. So I'm gonna get here, big beefus. We're gonna turn that off. Let's switch to little beefus. Oh wait, no, we need to get that MacDon off the field first. Get him off the field, and then we'll switch to the thing, and we'll go through, we'll windrow the fields, get it up. That field is going to be another grass field, which it's actually pretty big. It's pretty sizable for a grass field. So we'll get that up and running. Sheep field up and running. This is great. I generally like this. We are being like super productive. Like we're scaling up. We're scaling up. And then once it gets to a point to where we have like everything's taken care of on this like little section, buy more land, you know, or we could maybe start doing forestry. You know? Nothing says that we gotta just stay with silage and wheat. We could genuinely go into forestry. And try to scoop as much of this back onto the field, just like that. And so now when I back up, if I back it up, is it fast enough? Cool. And we're just gonna go around the edge. Also like that we don't have to tether the field anymore, which is something I wish I would have paid attention to in FS22. Because at one point we did have a tether, then we got the silage factory, so that sort of eliminated that issue just a little bit. But we also learned that mod was a bit broken, a bit unrealistic. And so far, everything we've done, even as far as modifying the XML spreadsheet, to our knowledge, is realistic. The one thing that I'm still questioning is the output of wool and the spinnery and everything, how like realistic or non-realistic that is. But I tried to Google and find some like research on like how much a spinnery could output, but maybe our spinnery is just a mega spinnery, right? Maybe it just produces stuff quicker, faster, or whatever, because we got more employees or whatever. Like I genuinely don't know. Oh, that one's good. Run back down here, run back down here, run back down here. Uh-oh, I kind of messed up our line. That's fine. We shall fix it. We shall fix it. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, go this way. Drop it down. And do something like scoop it back into that section. Just like that. On to the next field. Beep. If I can squeeze in between here, I can. And we'll go just like so. Perfect. Off to a good start, not much stopping, which is good. And then we also got to go windrow the straw field at the same time, which is one mistake we made the last time we were doing this on the same day or same month, is when it came time to it, we put the windrow up, forgetting that we could windrow the straw to make our lives a little bit easier, which also at the same time we don't need to. It's pretty straight up and down. We don't really need to windrow the straw. Like, the only reason we're windrowing the grass is because we don't have a lot of space, and it would take us a lot to go up and down, you know, multiple times, which is something else to consider when we are windrowing that straw field, is how can we use this merger to make the lines easier for us. You know, we don't have to necessarily combine everything perfectly, but what can we do to make the process a bit easier as far as picking them up? Because for the most part, they're spread apart pretty nicely. But could we zip two lines together, or, you know, what can we do? How can we be more efficient? How can we make more money faster? That is the goal. That is the name of the game. It's not. The name of the game is Farming Simulator, but still, yeah, you get the picture. Y'all get the stinking picture. Okay. The next is taper this off to something like that. Okay, down here to this field. Come on in here, follow the same technique we just did. And just like that. And we're off to the race. No fuss, no muss, and no custard? I don't know. I don't really know what type of word I could use there. Fuss, muss, pus? Yeah. Yeah, maybe not pus. Probably not the prettiest word. Okay. Make the turn. Swing it like this. But this should be fairly easy. And the thing is how quick we're doing all the processes. Like, we are really going through stuff really quickly with everything. Again, I'm gonna hate, and I know I don't want to do it, is plowing and everything. Well, actually, we could, while we have the loan, just take out a bigger loan and go ahead and get a bigger plow and a bigger seeder. Like, well, maybe not seeder, depending on how much the seeder is going to cost, but a bigger plow for sure. Think about it. I get a bigger plow. The plow's not expensive, so we're not going to have an issue there. Grab as much as we can. Cool. I don't think we're going to need to windrow down there, so I'm actually not going to. Ooh, swing. I'm actually not going to windrow the straw field because everything is already in longer, straighter swaths, so I'm just going to assume that we can do it pretty efficiently without having to do much work, especially since we can go a little bit faster on that field. So that is what I'm sort of hoping, and we'll just have to see. Okay, Big Beefus, we need you to pick up all the grass, dump that out. So, turn it on, turn them around, hop the curb, drop the thing, just like that. And we should be able to pick up this field at 1, if I remember correctly, based off of our past times doing this field. Okay, as I say that, I miss a small little patch. And we miss. Wow, okay, we butchered the crap out of that. This is why you stick to one side, bro. This is why you stick to one side. It's fine. It's not gonna be the end of the world. Go here. Hit that one. Go here. Spin back around. Turn this way. And... swack'ems. Okay. Onto this field. We're going to follow our philosophy instead of trying to pick it up in one. We're going to stick to one side, regardless of how small or big we think it is. Just stick to one side. And if you pick all of it up by sticking with one side, that's great. If not, that's fine, because we stuck to one side. So now when we do our turnaround, since we know we're going to have to do 2 doing that method, there's no gamble. Like in the last field, we had to do 3. This one, we only got to do 2. It's like you're risking it. It's like you can either get 1 or you can have 3. Oh, I almost missed one there, didn't I? Did I get it? I think I got it. Yep. Okay, down to the last little field, which I don't think all of it's going to fit in here. Which we also need to get a second one of these. I think Boyd made a good point about this. And I wasn't sure if it was the last stream or... but in a recent stream, he made a good point. He has 2, so it makes the downtime quicker because you can just drop it off and then go pick up the other one. I'm just going to swing through and get this little mid section here since it's going to cut off anyway. Yep, just like that. So we will run up there to the field, up to the thing, and drop it off. I seriously don't think it will be necessary to windrow. And actually, while it's doing that, I think I am going to step away and go to the restroom while it's bailing our stuff. So let me get over here, swing through here, turn this way sharply, go like this, bag it up, just like that. We're getting much better at bagging that thing up. Okay, it is set, dump. Okay, just to make sure, check all my settings, make sure all my settings are good. Engine bell wrapper is currently off, so we're good. Turn everything on. Okay, be right back. Alright, we are back. Sorry. I have to use the restroom. Let's see, how are we looking on Big Beef? He still has, okay. Get rid of as much as we can. The fact that it can't, I was gonna say, it doesn't start bailing the next one until the other one is officially dropped off the thing. Well, I guess because normally there would be a wrapping part there. I didn't take all of it? Oh, it will in just a sec though. Good. Okay. Go ahead and get him out of here. Just like so. Get him down to the straw. It shouldn't be that bad, I don't think. But we also gotta deliver this stuff. That's gonna be the problem we're gonna have. Yep. Yeah, it's just picking it up. In hindsight, I kinda wish I windrowed. But it is picking up pretty nicely as long as I keep the tractor like right in the middle of the thing. It's doing pretty okay, I think. Let's see, how did we do? Pretty good actually. Pretty good. Okay. Grab this section. So yeah, we didn't need to windrow this. It's actually doing a really good job at just picking everything up in one go. I mean, there's a little bit of, you know, backing up, but I wouldn't say it's egregious. Plus we have plenty of space on this one to do so it's really not bad. On our other ones, we don't have the luxury of space, so the windrowing becomes a little bit more necessary in those situations. But yeah, we're doing good. I think I don't want to do it because we're supposed to be getting rid of our debt, but I think I might go ahead and take out a loan for a bigger plow and a bigger seeder, and you know, we'll go ahead and do. I'm thinking, because if I can go ahead and take out the loans for that will make prepping this stuff a little bit quicker, or prepping this field a bit quicker, which does save us time. Plus, if we do plan on scaling to a second field, we would need to have the plow stuff because we're going to be working, you know, twice as much. Is this where it is? Okay, so that part cannot be picked up, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. That's a tiny little section. That the harvester wasn't able to pick up. Which is fine, as long as we're not losing a massive amount of crop. Okay, looks like we have another little section. Ooh. At least they're tiny sections, they're not massive sections, I don't think. Right? Oh no, we got it. No, we didn't. Yeah. So that's like our second spot. At least it wasn't like how it was the first time before Bluey told us that landscaping trick, where we had like giant streaks of sections that weren't working. Like now I think this is picking up all of it, at least it feels like. Hopefully it is. I'm really hoping. Let's see. Okay, so we still got a few, you know, bits and pieces that weren't picked up, or weren't what's the word, not swath, but I guess raked through, I guess is the way of saying it, which is a little bit of a loss But at the same time, it's not really that big of an issue because we are making 25% yield, and that is without the extra fertilization, which we do need to do. We will do that at a certain point. Okay. Oh, it's full. I was so scared. I was like, what the heck is happening? It's not picking up anymore. But yeah, it's full. So take this over here. Start making straw bales, of which we do need to transport all the straw bales as well. And we're gonna have to make 2 trips. Oh, okay, see. I'm gonna have to stop doing that, because that was frightening. Driving in black. Okay, let's see, can I salvage this? I think I can actually. Just a little bit straighter. Turn it towards this thing. Now I go here, just turn a bit earlier. Point this direction. And then just back it up. Like so. Dump the straw, of which it shouldn't make a new bale. If I'm not mistaken. What? Is the game still seeing that as grass right now? Because if it is, that's a great stinking cheat code. No, okay, so it is doing it in straw. But it gave us the rest of that first one. I'm not really questioning it. It is what it is. And due to our size, we don't necessarily need a second forage wagon. Like, yes, it would be nice to move a little bit faster, save a little bit of time here, and you know, start going down there and picking up stuff, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, I'm also realizing we left some grass right there. Oh darn. Wait, did we? I thought we got them. We clearly did not. Why did we? Interesting. Oh, because we went up here to dump and unload, and when we did, we forgot about it. Okay. That's fine. Easy fix. Somewhat, I guess. Somewhat easy fix. We'll just keep letting us do his thing, and when it runs out, we'll go down there and grab that. So we'll finish doing straw and then fix it. Yep. Don't fall off the edge. Always could be a problem. While that's doing that, we'll grab these last 4 rows. I wonder, does this count as silage? It shouldn't. Okay, grab all that. I'm gonna try to grab this section one last time. Nah, because it hasn't been separated, it just doesn't know what to do. Which is fine, it's the end of the world. I would have to go into the MacDon pack and then find some way to increase how much it picks up, or like the dimensions, I guess high and low, whatever that would mean. Or maybe like the minimum capacity. I would need to check the XML sheet to figure out why it's not picking up as much as it should be, but it's really not that massive of a deal. I'm so proud of us. We're doing so well. We've climbed to get this far. We just need to keep on going. We need to scale up. Make some more money, some more dinero. And once we do that, nothing's gonna stop us. Actually, at the end of it all, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep doing like, are we gonna keep doing sheep and bread? Or like, what are we gonna do in the meantime? You know, it's gonna get to a point to where we're just gonna have so much money, we're gonna start spending it on frivolous stuff. Like the farm is gonna be looking a certain way. We'll start spending money on decorations, I guess is what I should say. But it's like, once we've done that, then what? What are we gonna do in those downtime months? Because yes, we can keep fast forwarding, and yes, it'll keep, you know, getting us more money because of the windmill. But is that truly the best? You know, do we want to keep doing that, or do we want to, I don't know, dabble into forestry? That's something we never really done or had any or much experience in. Also, we need to look into the rope factory, figure out how that works, and see if, you know, making rope is profitable. Because if it is, great. If it's not, well. But I think as of right now, we need to get ready to sell the plow and the cedar. I think that's going to be #1 priority at the moment. See, do it again, swerve. So we'll do that and figure that out. But until then, I forgot to adjust my wheel. Turn. Oh, nope, did it again. Let me go forward a little bit. There it goes. And drop that off. Okay. So, dang it, I forgot what I was talking about that fast. I can't multitask very well. Let me drink some agua. Delicioso. Okay, let me just check my list. Fertilizer spinner rate. Ooh, that's what it was. Okay. Let's start taking a look at the plows. Well, we already know what we're gonna do for the plow, so there's no question about that. I guess I could still look at it though, just to see the cost. We're definitely gonna get this 12-meter one, or this, not 12. No, it's 12 meters, and it's really cheap actually. So we'll get that one. The cedars where we're gonna have the biggest problem. Oh, look, seed tanks. Oh, additional capacity. But cedars. This big behemoth, I don't know what that is, but that is what I'm used to with 15 meters. I don't know why I would use. What is this one for? Additionally, the cedar offers the possibility to seed directly with no previous cultivating or plowing is necessary. I remember this, but you can end up with weeds and stuff if you do so. But I think saving up for this 206k behemoth with 15 meters is gonna make everything just super duper fast. I mean, we might do a 12 meter. It needs to have fertilizing as well, so that is part of the thing. Whatever we do, we would like to fertilize at the same time, and there isn't a 12-meter one that fertilizes. The closest thing we have is this 12-meter one, but there is no fertilization, so we might as well stick with this one, just because that is how it is, and that would be what we do. So 206k for that. Let's check. Hopefully it goes on sale. If ever it does, we're great. We'll just buy it then. But until then, not really much we can do. How is it? Okay. So while that is baling that, we will go ahead and drive down there and get that bit of grass we made the mistake on. Okay, alright. You know, we can only do that a bajillion times before we learn our lesson. Now, also, I would like a bigger stone picker. The reason, I could turn the stone picker off, but I mean, I could turn rocks off, but it's part of the game. It's part of the game. It's in the game. I might as well. I would like though to have a wider stone picker. I know the Scorpio 710 is a thing, so I would like for that to be in the game. That would be lovely, I think, if that could be in the game. But who knows? I hate that. Jeez, you know what? I'm gonna learn my lesson. I'm gonna knock everything off balance by accident. Let me just go towards this. Okay, you drive forward a little bit. Okay, this time make sure I actually turn the stinking wheel. Okay, back it up, back it up. Okay, go here, angle it, just like this. Back it up. Ooh, that is off. Awesome fierce. It says it might still pick it. Will it? It still did. Don't know how, but it still did. And that's going to be its own separate bale, of which we'll deal with it when we get to it. But for now, we need to try our best not to get that stuck. Kind of figured we would, though. Okay, let's go forward. Oh, now we're super stuck. There we go. Okay. We should put like a shed right there just so we can drive onto the roof of the shed to get around. That'd be kind of a neat little thing, I think. But drive this over here, put this back. We do need to put fuel in this thing, but we'll wait. We got a decent amount of things to pick up, deliver, this, that, and the third. A lot of trips, a lot of trips. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and just take the straw now, since we're not gonna get much money one way or the other. It might be, what, a $2,000 difference, I think. So we're just gonna go ahead and grab it. Excuse me. Grab that. Loaded. Okay, let me check the inventory. Let's see. Clothes. How much we see? And the fact that they're neck and neck. Like, actually, I was mistaken. Bread is, let's see, 2,000 versus 11 times 5. Bread is, clothes are 5.5 times as expensive as bread. Yet, if you look at the output, like, bread is doing almost 7 times as much, like, for its output. So it just makes sense. Like, they balance each other out. So essentially we're doubling the amount of money we have when we finally do decide to sell at their peak points, whenever that is. So I am looking forward to that. Let's go ahead and get this straw out of here. And then a part of getting the straw out of here, we will need to get a plow and things of that nature. So let's go ahead. Straw, we'll take these 3 big ones first, and then we'll actually take the plow just because we have to pass that area anyway, and it would be so much easier to sell it and then you know, bring something back, you know, try to maximize the amount of, I won't say maximize the amount of trips, but you know what I mean, or I think. Heck, I don't know what that means sometimes. Okay, so we're gonna get here. I'm gonna back this up just a little bit, just to make sure we can have a little bit of space. So we're gonna go here. Turn this way. And just like that. Oh, of course we get stuck. Of course we get stuck. Nope. Just pull through like a boss. Cool, cool. Before we go, let me detach this. Let me go pick up that plow. It served us well. It served us well. But we're going to get one that's twice as big to make picking up stuff a little bit better. We will also go out of our way to find a bigger stone picker in real life. And if there is one, we will try to... Again, the Scorpio 710 is a thing. And it was a mod that I used in FS22. But currently it is not in the game. And until then, Animal Dealer perfect. Until then, we're kind of just stuck, you know? Using what we got, doing what we can. Beep, beep. But I think the 12-meter one would serve us really nicely. And now I also need to think of something else. What else was I thinking? On top of selling this, getting a bigger one, the fertilizer, of which we can wait. The fertilizer's cheap, so we might as well get it at the same time we get the cedar. And to be honest, we don't necessarily need a bigger cedar right now at the moment, but it would make life a little bit easier for us. The problem is selling the stuff for the cedar. That's going to be the trickier part. I'm just going to go ahead and cross in front of you, sir. Oh, or not. Rocks. Okay, beep, beep. Okay, very good. Back out of the way. Go here. Let's see. We're going to sell it. Ooh, 9K. That's good. And how much was the other one we were looking at? 21. So we need to take out another loan. Let me borrow that. Go here. Bigger plow. The modded one. Go here. Change the color. Oh, no. Let's see the color. I think we settled on this one. That. And then the teeth were supposed to be green. Let's see. Do we have Fent? Nature green. Let's see what that looks like. Yep. That looks like the one we had. And how do we buy it? Buy. Yep. Cool. Run up, hop into this. And technically we could just leave it there so it's easier to maneuver and we could pick it up on our way back. But knowing me, if I don't pick it up now, I will forget about it. So might as well go ahead and pick it up now. Also, to get it to 12 meters, if it was already 6 meters, you really just had to add 3 meters on each side. Oh, well, 3 meters is a lot. Looking at it now. Because 6 to 12, that's 6 meters. And, oh, where am I going? No, I need to go to the right. I'm going to drive through their parking lot. Dude, this was a bad idea. Never been back here, but hopefully... Swing. Oh, not too bad. This looks kind of ridiculous. But it is semi-realistic. Well, actually, it is realistic. It's just probably not commonly used. It would probably need to be a sturdier design, but since it is realistic, sort of, the design is not perfect, but it is realistic, I will use it. I will count it. It is borderline. Let's put it this way. It's realistic in theory, not realistic in execution. The design would need to be a little bit different to be completely realistic, but this is fine. This suffices. What else? Keep delivering the straw. We need to get... Do we want to go ahead and take out a loan for a massive cedar? I do. To be honest, I really do. I don't think. In my. Oh, wait. Pete, this one. Still wondering. How do we want to do this? We need to go back, grab more hay. That is just fact of the matter. But on top of doing that, now my brain. Okay, sir, I hope you're not coming down this way. Thank you, sir. This thing is very tall. Because right now we're good. We just need to decide on whether or not we want to get the cedar, yes or no, at the moment. That's the question. I could look into those cedar tanks or the fertilizer tanks. Well, no, they don't add fertilizer, they just add seed space. So no, we will not be looking into those. I don't know. That was probably one of the smoothest transitions we've had. Should I get the cedar? Okay, well, let me put it this way. I know I'm going to get the cedar. The question is, am I going to get cedar now or not? And I think we're going to wait because it's going to depend. Because either way it goes, we're going to have to get the rocks off the field first. So that's just how that's going to work. Since we got to get the rocks off the field, I think it would be best probably let the AI plow the field. Technically I can plow it myself, but let the AI plow the field and then I come back and deal with the rocks, maybe? I don't know. I'm just not really sure yet. Because there is no 12-meter stone picker. I'm like, looking at how heavy duty a stone picker has to be, I'm just assuming, you know, that's not a thing. And maybe it is. I was surprised the 710, I think the 710 just changed it from 5 meters. It was a little bit, like, you could reach a little bit further and got to 7 meters. Oh, switch to this. And then, wait, will this, please don't let it face to the ground. It doesn't, okay. That's good. That's good. Well, that cedar's fine. It's just, I think, 4 point something meters. I would just like it to be bigger. Moral of the story. Same thing with the stone picker, but I think the biggest one we're gonna have is a 710. And the question is, am I going to adjust the XML for it, or am I just gonna stick with it for the time being? And I might just stick with it. We also need to do a spinnery upgrade at some point as far as XML. There's something else I was thinking about doing an XML upgrade for, but I don't think we have anything at the moment. I think it's just a spinnery. Because everything else is fine. There's nothing we need to change at the moment. Just due to the size of these, I'm gonna do 6. Yeah, what the heck? Huh? That's interesting. That is fascinating. So the stuff that's being wrapped in, it's probably because we have the wrong net or whatever, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. It just looks weird. It almost looks like it's been wrapped and turned into silage, and that's just not the case. But let's pick up all of these, and we're definitely selling it for a loss. I already know that. Yeah, but it's not like we were gonna make that much money anyway. The difference between the two, $1,400. That's not a big deal for us. 1,400 does not break our bank. Let's see. Other straw. Last little bit of straw. Should be everything. Should be everything straw related. Yeah. Also, we could still deliver honey as well. That is something that we still have that I thought about just now. But I need to check to see how much we have to warrant if it's worth it to deliver it. Honey, we could sell it for about 8,000. Not really. Not really. I mean, again, we can. It's just what's the point? Essentially, right now, as far as the stream goes, we're pretty much done. I'm just cleaning up. Essentially, is what we're doing. And one thing that's interesting, I think I'm gonna save the plowing of the field for the next one. Next stream. I could do it now if I felt like it, but I might as well save it for tomorrow. It gives us an opener. Let's see. Fold that up. Turn, turn, turn. Shoot. That is one thing with that big baler. It messes up our turns a little bit because we don't have as much room to swing out, but it's fine. We get through it. Or do I just want to turn stones off? I don't want to turn stones off. Because again, it is a part of the game. But I would like a faster way to pick up the stones. Again, I like how in this version of the game, they only have the one method. Like if you're picking up stones, you got one method. That's it. You got this option. And I might just be overthinking it, because maybe in FS22, they only started with the one stone picker and then they added the others over time. But as of right now, also, I can't remember which version of Farming Simulator that I got. Wasn't this supposed to be like a season 1 pass or something like that, or year 1 pass? But it feels like they're not really putting out a lot of stuff at the moment, so I'm not sure. I mean, I got the New Holland thing, but I think I paid for that out of pocket. Then again, it was only 99 cents, and I think I did that just to support. Can't remember. Hey, look, think big, New Holland Gold Edition. Which, as far as like my favorite brands in the game, I would say New Holland, Fent. Ultra's pretty good, but Ultra doesn't have enough vehicles, but I'll still give it to it. Ultra, Fent. What piece of equipment is this? What is the name of this baler? Head Agco stuff. Anderson Group. Oh, I have two things. Oh, so this is both Anderson. Okay, Anderson, you've gotten my vote. It's pretty good stuff. Interesting. Yes, actually that about sums up. So as far as my favorite vehicles and things in the game, Fent, Vultra, Anderson Group. I think, wait, was that it? Fent, Vultra, Anderson Group. The Agco is not my favorite, it's just what I was given. And I think that's it. I would like to say that Ghoul Gaul Vario Master, I like it. But it's probably the only piece of equipment from that company that I've seen, so I can't say like they're my favorite company. Anderson Group, I have 2 pieces of equipment from them without even thinking about it. I just have it. Fendt is always solid, so it is what it is. Valtra, they have 2 things. I wish they had, as far as their large tractors, I wish Valtra had an even bigger one. Or I think, if I'm not mistaken, the one that they have, I think, does it take, yeah, this one doesn't have the front loader attachment on it, which stinks. I mean, it's fine, I guess, but in fairness, the front loader, it's really not used that much. I was trying to use it a decent amount and I was enjoying it, but you guys know that issue by now. I would think you know the issue, so we're not gonna worry about it. I really do need to put fuel in this thing. I also need to repair one or both of these things, but and actually I'll do that. Well, I'll put fuel in it. I don't think I'm gonna repair it right now. Well, yeah, might as well. I'm right here at it, so right here at it. How about go here? Let's see. Repair. Cheap repairs, to be honest. About 400 some bucks each. And then we'll swing around, get some fuel. Now, Mr. Red Vehicle. Yep. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. Oh, I can also drive up my own building. That's interesting as well. Get here, hop out, hop back in, start filling up. Which we'll need again to get more fuel eventually, but just not at the moment. What else do I need? What else do I need? I'm trying to think. I think we're pretty much good. As far as the day goes, I guess I could start bringing the bread over. When will bread stop storing? Oh, it had a lot before it stopped storing. How's the grain mill going? Oh yeah, we did just load that up, so, which is crazy because when I think about it, we did not put in, so essentially the wheat that's being used up in a year, so I could have sworn we had like 66 or 67,000, but the wheat that's being used up in a year is being replenished. I can also turn this one off. So the factory is going through about as much wheat as we put in, which means we'll have a steady flow of wheat. So how's the bakery doing? The bakery does not have a lot of flour, I'm gonna be honest with you. Probably because it was doing more of the rice flour, so right now it's probably trying to make the rice flour bread right now, which could explain that. We should be done with bales. I do not have time to plow the field, so we'll just start that on the next one. I also need to figure out if we're gonna take out, I'm gonna take out, well, how much money do we have? That's the question. Dude, I wanna go 500 and some $1,000 in debt. I mean, I might as well. If I do, I mean, we're already trying to recuperate from debt, and I might as well, because it will make everything else that much faster, right? So I might as well. Problem is, we're gonna need way more seeds and way more fertilizer. The good part is you don't go through fertilizer that fast. It's the seeds that you go through pretty fast. So, to park this sugar right here, Big Beefus, you will stay. Oh, I was not even cycled onto the group. My cycling is not working. There it goes. Okay, but we will stop there. I think everybody's fed, right? Okay, which means this month is going to be one of those long months, which is fine. It seems like every year around July is a long month because we got to do with grass, we got to deal with wheat, we also got to plow the field, we got to, start start getting it ready. We gotta plow the field, we gotta get the rocks off the field, and then we gotta wait 2 months and then seed the field. So we don't technically need the seeder immediately, but still, I will probably go ahead and get it. So let me go ahead and save. Get up on out of here. So with that, if you liked the video, please leave a like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment. If you want to follow me on social media such as TikTok or Twitter, please feel free to do so. If you want to join us over on Discord, please feel free to do so. The more the merrier. Just follow the link. You get access. You get limited access, and then once I see that you're verified, I'll give you full access. And eventually, it's gonna be only paywall, so it's better to get in as soon as you can. But shout out to Fallout Boy, Dodger Captain, whoop whoop. But with that, I think that's all. I'm gonna say peace and good night.